All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another round of One Piece. We're going to be playing a little red-green Luffy today into the new OP16 leaders as well as the new starter deck leader. This is a quick preview of the deck that we will be running today. There'll be a comprehensive breakdown of the list at the end of the video that'll go over curves and the lines that you want to see. And there is a copy of this down in the description below. The Discord is now up and running. If you guys want to join that, feel free. It's been boosted so that you guys can get some nice enhanced audio if you want to take any use of that. There you go. We're going to jump right into it, I think. If you could do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe, I appreciate that. We've been growing real fast. I'm trying to get up to 200. I think we're at about 187 today, which is super cool. So glad you guys are joining me for this adventure. Let me know which leaders you want to see, and if there should be any major changes to the list. The only real new thing I jumped into was this new Luffy. It's the only thing I really liked out of the new sets for this particular build, but you let me know if there's something you want to see. I think that's all I got, though, so let's jump into some games. All right, I'll see you guys there later. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We found our next opponent, and it's going to be a Yamato. We're running RG Luffy. A Land of Wano type character is played from your trash. That character gains rush during this turn, so we get to deal with some rush units. We love rush units. They're super fun. We're taking the only thing we can take. Wow, these all suck. We lose 3 of our searchers on our first searcher, so half our searchers gone with our first searcher play. Let's see. Look for the top 4. Everybody's kind of learning their guys, so we're finding our best picks. Let's see. Draw 1 card. Trash 1 card from your hand. Trash this character. Play up to 1 black Yamato to a card with a cost of 8 from your trash. I don't have anything good to do. They are a 5-life leader, so we are just going to put 1 Dawn on leader and attack. Play this nice and cautious-like. We're just going to keep playing these and hoping we find an Usopp somewhere along the way. They've already got a bunch of dudes in trash. Leader has land 1. Look at the top 5 cards your deck. Reveal at the land of Wano type card. Add it to your hand, then trash the rest. Wow, trash is 4 cards. That is super good for them. Deploy, restand, 1 on leader, attack. Don't think Luna's going to be doing much. Looks like we've got a lot of 8-cost characters and +3s. And soon enough, we're going to have to start dealing with our rush units, which I think might be this turn. I like how all the half the artwork is like faded out or incomplete. Like we're just playing with whatever's showing up right now. And 6 again. Give him that one, and then I'm assuming I'm dealing with something out of trash. Let's see it. Yep, this is gonna trash 1. So this draws a card, trashes 1 from hand, and then it'll play an 8-cost out of trash. This will be where I take my first real hit. There it is. And plays one that was with a cost of 2 or less from your hand. So I assume that's for like a little, it's just another searcher. He also draws a Shinobu, just getting a nice 2k into hand. This is going to have rush. We'll take this hit, of course. We can only pray that this is an Usopp. No, we won't trigger that. Okay, so no Usopp, huh? Bummer. Well, I guess we get this out. I think I'm going to ignore the board in this particular matchup. They're going to play too many things out of trash. See if they want to give me that 2K they searched out earlier. They don't, so I know they've got another one. I'm going to actually go with this. Get 2 cards out. Rather than getting them to give me the life. I'd rather just rip 2 cards. Sanji and Chopper. That's fine with me. I just wanted to get their hand a little under control, because if I just hit them there, they just took it for sure on 4. And I just put a double attacker on board, so I'm not behind on that. I will say this is looking like a really efficient draw engine. They got 17 in trash already. Mm-hmm. I've got a 2K in hand. This one I'm going to take. I don't want to risk... Oh, that's good to have. I just don't want to risk them removing this with their rush unit. I didn't have enough Dawn in hand to get away with that. There's the Yamato. Yeah, that's not going to clear. Trash that. Draw another one out. 8. I'll get out of that one too, because I don't want to go down to 1. We're going to get some of these up. Seven double. See if we want to drop them down. They might just take it, which I wouldn't blame them for. Ooh, they're out of gas. That's good to know. Take that out. Pivot to board, of course, because I know they're out of 2Ks now. Give me another 1K. Yeah. Oh, that was a 2K. Okay, we threw a blocker in there away. We got 5 Dawn up. We developed another character that turn, and they are down to 3 cards in hand. I think next turn I can actually remove both of these. And I think I will give up my blocker this turn. Just play another one out. Maybe get this guy out. I don't think he's got a good enough way to get through this, especially with me holding on to 2 Charlestons. Funny enough, the Usops I don't value very much right now. These guys are just so big. Yeah, removing my guys is going to be tough for you. 8 Dawn. He's just going to straight up play one of the guys? I don't want to give up my last 2 Dawn yet. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know the deck well enough. Draw 1 card. Whoa, hold up. Let me look at your trash for an actual second. Did that say plus 20 cost? Give up. Yeah, I think it did. Okay, so what? That's 1 minute. Okay. Oh, crap. He's going to send that 9K back at me. Yeah. Wow. Man, your board got big. Oh, that's pretty good, though. Do I just want that better? I think I do like that better. These are actually not very big. Oh, it's a 9 cost. Oh, well. I don't actually think I'm in danger because I've got double Charleston. Yeah, nothing does anything, so let's do that. So that was a mistake. I should not have killed that thing. I didn't think that... I didn't read that on KO. It's the problem with... It's the problem with new decks. Wow. Alright. Well, there you go. 2, 3, 1, and 2. Okay. I got counter, a blocker, and he's got 5 big attacks. No blocker on that one. We'll give you a 1K for that. This is where it's going to get a little dicey. I definitely kill him next turn. Yep, I was like, here's where we got to actually start playing a game. So this is unblockable. Yeah, I recognize this as unblockable. I don't need to play with that. I do have a ton of Dawn, though. He still has 8 Dawn, which means I'm looking at multiple attacks. Yeah, you're not killing me, guy. I think I should have kept that Luffy, though. I think it was a mistake. I think that might have been my win condition, because I can just rest this 9-cost blocker. Oh, he commits it. Immediately commits it. Eight plus 5 is too big. I wouldn't be able to survive that. Beat that. I don't think you can kill me anymore. You swing wherever you want. You can't break it. Shanks doesn't do any good. That's pretty darn good, though. I can go 9 and make sure this hits. I mean, I go 7 and he can give me both his cards. And then I've got enough to kill him anyways. I think I got you on lock now, guy. Yeah, GG, buddy. GG. Brick and then the events. Yeah, I just knew I had to deal with an extra attack there. So these are hard to deal with, though. These 8K attackers, man. 1 Dawn underneath them for 9 sort of makes it pretty tough for us. But it is doable just because we had some blockers in hand. The other thing that would have made this matchup way easier was having a nice 7-cost Zoro. I don't know where those were running from. I don't know where they got off, dude. Mid-board somewhere? Yeah, there they are. This would make this matchup way better, because then I could have just started dropping these guys. Having enough Dawn to come back would have been sweet, and then we just start plowing into his board for a turn or two where he can't really defend it, because I can just start hammering in my 7s, the 9 into these guys, and my leader would just be big enough that I could also hammer into board. Clearing board is not impossible, but it is tough. It looks like their deck has a little bit of issue with card draw, which isn't surprising considering it's a rush deck, but it's okay. They are very aggressive, I will say that. And this having an on KO and being unblockable is kind of nutty. So I learned something here today. We just leave that alone. This is a 9-cost blocker. It's only 6,000 attack, but it being 9 cost means it's safe from like Namis and the like. So we can't do anything about that. These are easy to remove, though. I do like that. What else can we say about Yamato? Man, they had 35 cards in trash. Let's get that trash kind of organized. A lot of 2Ks. A lot of 2Ks in trash. One of these in trash. 4 of these guys in trash. These are the ones that are dangerous. Just a nice Rebecca blocker. Some filter. A lot of searchers. The search power in this deck was very impressive. I did like that a lot. And then the nice 3K counter. Mirror 6 of your Dawn cards, trash 5 cards on top of your deck, then play up to 1 land, 1 of type character card with the cost of 6 or less from your trash. They're starting to really give these counter events like really good utility as activate mains as well, which is really cool, because then you have to really decide if you're going to use them as counter or the activate main. Shanks would have done very well here, I think, but the problem is they're so aggressive. Just giving up a turn where I'm not developing like a super impactful guy is tough. He's just in the late game. I mean, he's giant, but like, it's good. The Brook there would have been very helpful to rest this and then make sure our double attack really went through, but I think we were locked in at that point. They didn't have any way to get out of that many attacks. Let me know what you guys think. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? What's your favorite new leader? I think blue-green Luffy is going to be my pick because I'm a sucker for green. This one looks pretty cool, but I've never been much of a black deck player, so we'll see. We'll see what I get around to. And then, of course, there's the monster in the room, which is Teach, and I'm going to go see if I can find one of those here pretty quick. So let me know what you guys think. All right, I'll catch you in the next one. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try this again. This is an okay hand. I think I might just keep it. Yeah, we'll keep it. I haven't seen these decks running removal, so I don't feel the need to play the Laboon. Luna's not super great in this matchup. We will just swing 6, see if they want to take it. I imagine they do. Yep, pass it back. We're playing against Yamato again. When a leader of the land of Wando type characters is played from your trash, that character gains Rush during this turn. Just play the Nico Robin out. Play a second Nico Robin. Trash, draw 2 cards. Wow. Whoa, okay. They've got it all. Not really what I was looking for, but, you know, we're going to have some fun with it. That's fine. Let's be greedy. Okay. Gets out of it. I'm going to get out of 1 and expect that I'm going to take a second hit. Trash that, play that out, swing 8. Yep. That was always the expectation. And then they draw Yamato from trash. And they get a little mini blocker out. I've not seen that guy played yet. Okay, okay. 3 and 4. I cannot play both. So I think here's what we do. Just go at him. 6 and then a 7. I know you got a 2K in there for me, but he doesn't want to give it to me. It'll attack 7 now. Gives me the blocker. I will double Dawn up. I'm glad I didn't overcommit there. I really wanted to see if I could get out Usopp, but there's just no way for me to do it. I'd rather have the 7Ks on board because these being like a 9 are going to be really annoying for us. There she is again. Draw 1, trash 1. Yup. Trash this character. 9. He's going to be able to get another 9 out. I can go 2 and a 1 out of that, so yeah. If he hits my life, I'll take it. If he swings at this guy, I will not. I'd really like to see some double attackers right about now. Oh, that's really greedy of you to just go like that. I'm going to go that, and I'm going to give you a 2K. Yeah, we can do that. There you are, you little bugger. I've been looking for you. Four, 100 liters, so I can go not big. 6. 2K. 7, 7. Seven. Yeah, it was like event out. 7 again. Then we're going to get this on an Usopp and get 5 Dawn up. Ooh, he doesn't have it. Okay, I'm learning that this is kind of a race game between the two of us. It's kind of what I'm learning here. I'm going to have to deal with so many of these, but I think it's okay. Give you one of my many, many Usops. Oh, okay. Trash, plus 20 cost. Why would you put that on a card? Okay, I'm gonna have to deal with some nonsense next turn, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I gave up an extra card, but that's fine. Oh, apparently I didn't give up an extra card. I should have not done that. Uh-oh. Yes, that's fine. Ooh, that's really good to have. Well, that's not getting through. All right, let's see if we can punish this guy for his hubris. I know you don't got a lot of Dawn. And now I can get kind of mean with it. I guess what, buddy? 9. Everything after that's going to try and kill you. You gave me multiple 1Ks last turn. You didn't leave a Dawn up for an event this time. And in a race game, that's not good for you. Because now I'm going to go like 7-7-7-7. And demand 2 cards every time. And I'm going to not die the turn following. 9, 10. Yeah, it's his whole hand. 7. Let's see if he's got it yet. 7. 7. Got him. He had A2K. GG. Okay, so what we learned after a second round of this is it's a race. I just completely ignored board, and because our bodies are so good at slamming in so fast, they just don't have the juice. Luna's completely dead in this matchup. The Shanks, I think, would be helpful if the game goes that long, but likely is not. What's going to get you there is these double attacks, I think. But I don't know. Everybody's learning. The builds aren't consolidated yet, so we're all trying to figure out what's going on with what we have. It's pretty consistent overall. I like how aggressive it is. The mini blocker was good, but he should never have committed the 9 cost there. That would have made my life way harder. Yeah, 'cause in order to get that down, I would have had to do this guy instead of the Nami, put this down, and then I'd be able to go like 9 twice. That gives the 8 of my Dawn, and then, yeah. So I actually don't know if it really mattered. So I don't know if this actually mattered, because I think the blocker got eaten either way by the double 9s. Honestly, if he'd kept this up, I think I probably would have dropped the Nami anyways, knowing we had a Charleston. And then just when they went to block, they would have had to block with this, and it would have died. Denying them an attack, this would have stayed down. This would never be a real attacker, so would have reduced them down to 4, maybe 5 swings, because they've got another one. And I think I'd get out of all of them. Give the blocker up to one of the 9K swings. Get out of one of them by going 2 and 1, and then 3 Dawn. Put a Charleston, get back up out of another one. I think we were fine either way. But, you know, it's all, you know, it's all me guesstimating. I'm not used to this leader yet. But it appears we have a pretty favorable matchup. We are just appear to be fast enough and have enough resilient counter. We don't like the fact that these guys are playing well. Like, they're putting all these into 9s. They're putting the 1 Dawn and just committing the 9s to make us rest 3 Dawn. Unblockable on KOs. This is an annoying card. And everything being 8s means Luna doesn't do anything into this particular leader. That's really good for us going down to only 4 freeze events and the 4 Lunas. I think that's fine. I don't know. You guys tell me, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? We're just testing against these new leaders, seeing how the games go. So far, it's been all right. I'm enjoying them. Nothing seems super oppressive at this point, and it appears we still have a pretty favorable matchup. So there's that. All right, catch you guys later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a couple of games of red-green against the new OP16 Yamato. Let me know what you guys think. What was I doing right? What was I doing wrong? How would you have played it? Do you like the list? The list is up in the air, which is always fun. I love the fact that we're getting to kind of play with these things as they come out instead of waiting for Japan to kind of tell us what's good and what isn't. This is my current list. I'll go over the cards briefly so that you guys can get a quick rundown of what they do before we go over the play lines and what I recommend strategy going against OP16 Yamato. I'll read this leader in full before we jump over the characters. And the characters, I'm just going to do a quick overview. All right. Monkey D. Luffy from OP13 is a 5,000 power red-green leader. Dawn ×1 on your opponent's attack. If you have 5 or less active Dawn cards on your field, you may rest any number of your active Dawn cards up to one of your leaders or Straw Hat Crew type characters gains plus 2,000 power for each Dawn rested by this effect. Really strong leader ability. Makes us very tanky. We're running 4 Jewelry Bonnie, which is a 1/2/1 Searcher, looking at the top 4 for Straw Hat Crew type. Running 4 Garp, which is a 1/2/1, looking at the top 4 for 3 cost or more cards. There's only 2 cards types in the deck that are unsearchable. That is the Laboon and the Charleston, which is why we run this nice little split here. I've not found the need to go up to more searchers, but let me know if you guys think that is incorrect. I'm running 4 copies of Sanji, which is a 2/3/2K. Up to one of our Straw Hat Crew types on play, gets 6,000 power, becomes unblockable for the turn. Very strong. 3 copies of Zoro, which is a 7/9 brick. On play, our leader gains plus 2,000 power till the end of our opponent's next end phase. And if our opponent has a character with 8,000 power or more, this guy gets Character Rush. He doesn't have to attack the character that has 8,000 power or more, though, which is very good. We can clear mid-game bodies with him fairly well. Running 4 copies of Laboon, which is a 1/2/2K. If a character with a base power of 7,000 or less would be removed from the field by our opponent's effect, I can rest 2 cards instead. This is a non-once per turn, and it is a 2K. Very useful. Running 4 copies of Usopp, which is a 4/5/1. Restands 2 at the end of every turn. Running 4 copies of Nami, which is a 4/2/1 blocker. Rests 2 of our opponent's characters with 8 or less, then sets 5 Dawn cards active at the end of the turn. And then the new guy of the deck, a 4/6 brick in Monkey D. Luffy. He's out of starter deck 30, excuse me. On play, you may rest 1 of your Dawn cards. This guy gains Rush this turn. And when attacking, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with Blocker. So he's really good at just resting any blocker. That includes the nice 10 cost Teaches and all the other monsters like Blue Edward Newgate. We're going to rest those big blockers just by swinging with this guy, which is very strong, and he is protectable by leader ability. We like that a lot. We're running 4 copies of Sanji, which is a 5/7 brick. He sets 2 Dawn cards as active on play and 1 at the end of every turn. And then we're running 4 copies of Luffy. He's a 6/7 brick, double attack. On play, he restands 4 Dawn, but then we can't play a 5 cost or more for the rest of the turn. 2 copies of Brook, which is a 6/6/1, rests up to one of our opponent's cards. And then activate main, we can trash this character. If our leader has Straw Hat Crew type, we get to set one of our characters with the base cost of 8 or less as active. Basically, we get a double swing. And then we're running 3 copies of Shanks. He's a 10/12 brick on play, set all of our Dawn cards as active, then we can't play cards. Really good for developing a body if we have lost all of our restand throughout the turn, so we can just restand all of our Dawn, put 5 somewhere, and then attack, and then leave the other 5 as active for leader ability later. 4 copies of Charleston, which is a 2-cost event. Counter up to one of our leader characters gains plus 4,000 power during this battle. Then I can discard a card, and if we did, we get to set 3 of our Dawn as active. It generates an extra 2K basically by using it, taking 2 cards in our hand, turning them into 2Ks, and generating a 3rd one out of thin air. And then we are still on 4 copies of Luna. It's a 3-cost event. All of our opponent's resting characters with a cost of 7 or less will not become active in our opponent's next refresh phase. Trigger, rest up to one of our opponent's characters. Very strong. Very annoying. All right, let's go over some curves. All right, Monkey D. Luffy always wants to go first. I haven't found a whole lot of leaders that I'm willing to give up first to deny them that. Outside of like maybe Red Blue Ace, but we're here to talk about Black Yamato from OP16. We are playing a race game, it appears, against Black Yamato. At least that's kind of what I was gathering out of it. Their character's just a little too big to make it really worth poking into them at. So I don't think I'm going to try a star strategy like I've been trying with some of the other leaders. I just like going at them aggressively. They don't appear to have enough counter to really hold us off. Curves. On 1, we want to be playing searchers. On 3, we want to play a searcher, 1 Dawn under leader, attack for 6. If we don't like what we have in our hand, otherwise just leave 2 up if we do. 5 is going to be the Sanji. 7 is going to be the Luffy into the Usopp, which is very strong because we get 3 Dawn back hopefully every turn. And then on your first 9 Dawn turn, I'm okay if you want to drop this guy just to be extra aggressive, but then you can't swing with the Usopp. The best 9 Dawn play you technically could have is drop 2 of these for 6, and then put the 1 under leader, leave 2 up, and then just swing all the rest of your guys and get 5 active at the end of the turn. That is ideal, but seeing 3 of these in that short of time period is unlikely. 10 Dawn turn is probably going to be the Zoro, but I've noticed that the games against Yamato is like 1 or 2 10 Dawn turns usually ends the game. And I've been finding that I need to develop another double attack Luffy just to punch through and finish them off, because they usually can hold 1 off, but not 2. So this is kind of my win condition, because they are going to block out or event up to get out of one of these swings, but if you can get multiple out, that's a good way to go. The Brook is also really good at ending the game. They like to play that 9-cost blocker. You can Brook it down and then get your double attack in there twice if need be. But it is kind of a game ender. I haven't found Shanks to really be necessary in that matchup, and Luna is completely dead in that matchup. I would not want it at all. This isn't bad because this can rest their blockers and get you another body on board. This is a good emergency button just to say, hey, I'm going to get that 9-cost blocker down, and I'm going to attack you for 6, maybe 7 if you can put another Dawn under there, and then attack for good numbers everywhere else. They don't tend to develop a lot of blockers, I've noticed, because they're too busy spamming out their 8,000 power guys. So they usually only have 1 blocker in your right anyways. 2 Dawn. On the 2 Dawn curve, I'm probably going to put 1 under leader and pass. This isn't a leader I'm comfortable just taking 2 hits immediately out of, because they can develop those 8,000 power bodies and put 1 Dawn under them to attack for 9 so frequently that if you give up those 2 life really early, you're going to be pressed really hard. I would put 1 under leader and pass. And then on the 4 Dawn turn, I would like to develop the Usopp. And I'm willing to accept taking a hit there. I'd like to 2k out of one of the other ones, if possible. They are probably going to try and swing you twice there, so I would like to 2k out of something so you only lose 1 life. On your 6 Dawn turn, it's going to want to be a Sanji. That way you can get 2 Dawn back up, and I'm going to probably just poke him for 6 again. I'm not going to put the extra Dawn under leader. I'm just going to go 6 and then have 2 back from this, 1 under leader, and then 1 at the end of the turn from the Sanji, and 2 up from the Usopp, meaning you got 5 Dawn up, because they're going to start swinging those 8s at you, probably that of following turn. After that, we're going to be looking at trying to get on the 8 Dawn turn. I'm probably going to try and get a double attack down into a Usopp if we can. If not, I'm fine with going like fine with going like Luffy into like a Nami just to get some extra defense. I will say the 2 Dawn curve against this leader is kind of scary. They got a lot of big bodies fast. But it seems to be okay because they don't have as much defense, and so we can race them pretty hard. The double attacks will win that race for you. Shanks is an emergency button. He's not great here, but if you get to that type of turn and you don't have any other options, he's okay to drop. This is actually probably one of your best options on your first 10 Dawn turn. Get this guy down. If you got any Dawn restand, just don't swing an Usopp and swing, get your guy up to 7. Those 8s become a lot less good, because then we can put 1 Dawn under our leader, and then we can be a 7k, and then they have to commit a Dawn to get 2 Dawn out of us. Gets a lot harder for them. And then I think on that following Dawn turn, after your first 10 Dawn turn, the second 10 Dawn turn, you do need to probably try and kill them. You probably can't survive too much longer unless you've seen multiple Charlestons or they've seen a really weak curve. All right, I think that's all I got, though. So you guys let me know. What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? What do you guys think of Black Yamato from OP16? It is a really interesting deck. I like it a lot. I hope they print some more cards, though. I do like the ability to really mess with the list, so let me know what you think. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for coming. Have a great day. Keep killing it out there. Later.